Right then, lads, the FA Cup journey begins today. Welcome to episode number 4. We shall start by simming Crawley, and for the first time this season, we actually have no midweek games. So hopefully, we should see the strongest set of results, in theory, because we should be at full strength for every game, bar any unfortunate injuries. Thank you for your continued feedback. Been informed by a couple of Bulgarian people that are subscribed and watched the videos that I'm pronouncing Delev correctly, but I've also been informed by a couple of Nigerian subscribers that I'm pronouncing Adebayo incorrectly. It's Adebayo, it's a hard J, not Adebayo, so I shall call him Adebayo from here on out. And a couple of people, or in fact the majority, seem to be keen that we do make Adebayo's loan deal permanent next season. I'm actually going to be starting Andy Dallas ahead of Nibs for the foreseeable future as we try and get ourselves a little bit of growth out of one of the two strikers, and I feel like Dallas is going to be the one that's going to be more deadly in front of goal and offer me the better opportunity to grow. So we'll see what we can do, but hopefully everything is going to work out for us today. We had some defensive mistakes in the last episode, some really unfortunate AI mistakes in the last episode. But we start... Actually, no, I'm going to sim this one, aren't I? I'm going to start by simming Crawley. It's the only home game of the month, of the 4. So we'll sim Crawley. And then we shall play Oldham, I think it is, we've got in the FA Cup. Outside of that, there were 2 other away games. One was Walsall. And then the final game of the month, I can't quite remember off the top of my head who it was. We're picking up some yellow cards here, having to fight tooth and nail to keep Crawley out at the minute. And Greg Taylor, leading by example, the captain, gives us a 1-0 lead in the 37th minute, which we still hold into the second half, and George Maris makes it 2. Now, Crawley was second in the league prior to this match. Again, just going to show anyone can beat anyone in League 2. So closely matched are all of the teams that are involved at this level. Oh, mate, that's brilliant. That's a superb way to start the episode. 3 points against Crawley. Our next game is in the FA Cup against Oldham, so we shall hopefully get ourselves through to the second round. Then it was Carlisle at the end of the month. Now, the FA Cup is a great opportunity to raise some extra funds for next season, but we are going to have to be at our absolute best to beat Oldham. Dimi Mitov is going away on international duty again, but that's not for a little while. I have actually scouted Will Norris, who's, I believe, at Ipswich. Yeah, he's on loan at Ipswich currently. He's a former Cambridge United goalkeeper, of course, and I would be open to bringing Will Norris back to the club at some point in this save. For now, though, we're going to concentrate on getting ourselves through in the FA Cup. What did the board want from us in the FA Cup? The round of 32. So they are wanting us to go quite deep into the competition. I shall try. It's a tall ask for a League 2 side to reach the round of 32. I think that's the 4th round of the FA Cup. It's not going to be easy, and Oldham aren't exactly the most straightforward of first opponents, but with no non-league in FIFA 20, or in any FIFA, you're going to get tough opposition in the FA Cup. You're not going to get random Conference South or North or even lower teams in the FA Cup. It's always going to be really difficult at this level in the FA Cup, because it's going to be more like the League Cup, where you play people at your level or above right from the off. We shall see what we can do. Oldham away to start us off. Do drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any more of this daily series. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter, links down below. Let's see what Oldham's starting lineup looks like. Up top, they've Disaruva and Keelan Adams. Yeah, they're playing 4-4-2, matching my formation. Borthwick Jackson at left back, who was actually suggested in the comment section as a potential signing for us at some point in this save. Nepomuceno on the left with Smith on the right. Well, it's 4-4-2 versus 4-4-2. Evenly matched in formation. Will we be evenly matched in performance? Davies, short to Adebayo, came for the ball to feet. Reggie Lamb, Harrison Dunk loves getting forward from left back, and he will continue to do so. And he's been brilliant in doing so thus far this season. It's a decent clearance, so, and unfortunately, they might catch us on the counter-attack here if their striker had gotten it down under control a little bit better than he did. And Gesson over the top looking for Nepo. And he'll find him. He needs some support, though. He doesn't have it at the minute. Arriving is someone there. But Harrison Dunk will calmly nod that down. I'm trying to get this all the way out on the right-hand side. Lovely ball out to Leon Davis. And we are on the counter ourselves now. Davis will go again. Andy Dallas is there. We use... Well, the initial intention was to use Jack Rolls, who spun well. Gotten away from the defender that was with him. Maris will use Rolls again. We use Andy Dallas. Then get it down the line there to Leon Davis, who could actually pull this back looking for Andy Dallas, who, actually went for a shot this time rather than a stand tackle at least, but still missed the ball. Reggie Lamb will bring that down, eventually get it under control. But in doing so, handballed it. Well done, mate. Smith. Back to Faze, quickly forward to their front line, but Taft's in the way. Rolls out to Leon Davis. Come on, Adebayo. Get yourself on the bike. George Maris is here short. There's Andy Dallas. Out wide, here's Reggie Lamb. It's a nice ball into his path. I'll try and get this back to Andy Dallas, who will turn, find a teammate. Maris. Adebayo. Good save by Allen. I tried to put a bit more power behind it than that, but it didn't quite work for me. Can Carlisle win that header? Yes, he can, and well. Rolls. Adebayo. Dallas. Back to Jack Rolls, yet to really explode onto the scene as a Cambridge United player. That took a deflection, which I'm glad of, because if his shot had genuinely been that bad, I'd have been embarrassed for him. Oh, it was a decently struck effort that was on target. That's a good cross, and George Taft is up, but he can't aim it. Playing well here against Oldham. Ep4 into the middle there to Dezaruva. And Gesson out wide to Cameron Borthwick-Jackson, pushing forward from left back. It's a good ball in. Probably should have used his head there, but got rid of it at least. Dallas has brought it down and will travel with it and get that nicely into Adebayo. Now we use the run on the right-hand side of the overlapping Kyle Noyle. Then get it down the line to Leon Davis. I see Jack Rolls there again. The pass is just caught with dominated possession, 63%. It's not very often we've done that this season with Cambridge. We've been quite poor in possession. We've had all of the chances on goal so far as well. Oldham have whipped a couple of good balls into the box and might actually create themselves their first chance here, and have done, but that was poor from Taylor. Timmy Mitov bowl this out, and Andy Dallas will knock that down to Jack Rolls, and then we'll come down the left-hand side, shall we? Let's try it then. Reggie Lamb, Dallas, lift that for... Adebayo, it's just too much on it. We've been, by far, the better side here. It's League 2 team versus League 2 team, although Oldham aren't too recently relegated, to be fair. So they are a side that you would expect to be on top in this tie, but we shall wait and see if the second half actually holds any goals in it. We could really do with avoiding a replay, to be fair, but if it's a case of going out or having a replay, then I would take the replay in that case to give us the opportunity to get through. Adebayo in there to Leon Davis. Nice little back heel. Rolls on his left foot into Andy Dallas. And here's George Maris. And there's Jack Rolls again. Good footwork from him. Better shot this time. Deflected still, though. I'm not sure what the keeper's doing there. Maris will deliver the corner, though. And it's a decent delivery. It's headed away by Eggert. But the referee's put it to the spot. An arm must have been used. Penalty Cambridge. We'll have a look at the replay. It seemed like he won that header quite fairly. I don't think there was a foul actually on a Cambridge man. It must have hit a hand. We saw Reggie Lamb handle the ball earlier on and a foul get given for it. Do his arms go up? Yeah, you see just out of frame because his left arm is up here. It must have hit it. Well then, Jack Rolls? No, let's give it to Andy Dallas. He's been the man to score the penalties for us so far this season. And continues to do so. Controversial perhaps, but a deserved goal for our overall play in the first half. Cambridge 1, Oldham 0. Rolls is with him, but can't get the ball away. It's a lovely ball into Nepo on this left-hand side. He's got options. Little ball roll, drags it back. Oh, that is a strike from Ngesson. It's a brilliant goal from Oldham. I think it's only their second shot on goal, and the first one was that weak, tame header in the first half, but that's unstoppable. A ripper from Ngesson, first time. Oh, if the defender just left his foot there. Oh, man, how close was he to blocking that? His foot was in the way, and then just as the ball got to it, I'll move it out of the way. Oh, Jesus. Oh, never mind. We go again. There's still plenty of time to go and get a winner again. Score that second goal. Adams. Oh, just gotten past George Morris there with a smart turn, and then Gesson thankfully passes it straight at Taft, who makes up for his lack of ability to hold his foot in the air for their goal. Looking for Andy Dallas through that gap. He is our fastest player, Andy Dallas. 84 acceleration. Oh, brilliant tackle. 84 acceleration, 80 sprint speed. But wow, what an important interception that was from the defender. A little fancy flip from Jack Rolls there. Maris will drill this out wide nicely to Reggie Lamb, who will return the ball back to George Maris. And here is Rolls again. Jack Rolls from, the edge of the box. Hell of a hit from the Tottenham loanee that comes back off the bar. So close to a second goal for Cambridge United. So close to a first goal of the season for Jack Rolls for me. And now Nepo's in the other end, and they might be scoring a second themselves, Oldham. Being patient with their build-up, though. Borthwick Jackson doesn't have many options here, though, and if I can steal it off him, they have committed a lot of men forward. Stott through the gap there. Nepo and Gesson. Deserver and Gesson. Adams again. It's dangerous from Oldham now. Another little back heel. Decent delivery. Taft away, but his clearance still only finds an Oldham man. It's really frustrating how clearances tend to... Oh, no, they're going to score again, aren't they? No, thankfully, he can't shoot. It's really frustrating how clearances always seem to go straight to an opposition player. Thankfully, that one went safe enough. 15 or 16 minutes to go. I am going to make a change. Rolls can count himself unlucky to have not scored, so I'm going to keep him on the field for now. Bring on Hannon on the left. And I will bring on Nibs for Andy Dallas. Dallas has played well, but hopefully Nibs can offer us a little bit extra with some fresh legs. He's not quite as quick, but that hold-up play of his is decent. And if we can get Adebayo in with a through ball or something after some Harvey Nibs hold-up play, then that would be absolutely superb. Andy Dallas played in here. And oh no, I just needed to get that turn in. Leon Davis was in so much space on the far side. Now I'm caught in two minds. Do I close him down or do I try and carry the marker? Thankfully, Greg Taylor's come across to cover that marker. Gone for the 1-2. It's worked. I expect a cross soon. There it is. Win this, please, lads. It's going to fall. How unlucky are we getting with clearances right now? Two Cambridge players underneath that, getting in each other's way, and the ball falls straight to an older man. I pressed B for a clearance. I'm getting so unlucky. And it's fallen straight to... Oh, Phage. The ball comes in here. I'm getting really, really, really desperately unlucky here. This is a clearance. There's two of them underneath it. He could head that anywhere. Could literally head that anywhere. Particularly towards the referee. But he's actually headed it there. Straight to the older man. I know it might sound like I'm a bit of a broken record at the minute, but really not getting much luck with these clearances, am I? Oldham 2 in the 81st minute, Cambridge 1. A triple change now as we take Jack Rolls off for Carruthers. And it's either going to be a replay or elimination from the FA Cup here. I don't deserve that at all. Maris looking for Nibs. Can't quite get to it. I think we're going to be going out of the FA Cup, a competition that I really wanted to go on a decent cup run in. And unfortunately, the board are going to be quite annoyed at me as well for not getting out of this first round. Oh, God. I won't harp on about it again. I did enough of that in the last episode. But my God, we could do with a little bit of luck on the field of play. Adebayo into Nibs. Maris arriving. Maris is through. Lifts over the keeper. And we have ourselves an equaliser. That is a brilliant goal. George Maris scoring late on again. Harvey Nibs hold up play. There's my luck. It's evened itself out. The defender got there first but kicked it straight against Maris. But to be fair, he still had a lot to do. And that is a delicious chip into the back of the net. George Maris with a wonderful equalising goal. He got us the winner against Exeter after they'd equalised late on. He's gotten us the equaliser against Oldham as they went 2-1 up late on. And we will have to have an FA Cup replay now against Oldham Athletic. But we have more than earned that. And we can count ourselves desperately unlucky not to have won it outright. Jack Rolls with a really good strike from the edge of the box. It was back off the bar. Their first goal was very good. Take nothing away from that. But their second goal was questionable. We'll look ahead to the replay. We're not going to dwell on it too much right now. We managed to get an equaliser in the last minute. Luck's part of the game. Luck for them, luck for me. Fage was one of the best players. I don't think we can really say he was that good. He just was very fortuitous with the way that it fell to him there. Norval Williams disappointed to have not played. I'm sorry, mate. I accidentally chose the wrong... sorry I did this. Not the right opponent is what I'll say to him, but I'm not sure. I just don't think Norval Williams is good enough at this stage to really be in with a shout of any first team football. Dimi Mitov is up to 60 rated, which is great. Hopefully see some more growth out of Nibs and Dallas soon. I forgot to do a squad report at the end of the last episode. I apologise about that. I will do it at the end of this one. We shall play Walsall away and then sim the home leg against Oldham because it's the home game, and then play Carlisle away. Right, Walsall, where are they in the league? They are 21st. So a win here could send us as high as 6th if everything goes our way, but goal difference isn't in our favour. We've conceded a lot of goals, 21 so far this season. We're missing, is that Dimi Mitov on his international duty now? We'll play in the away kit for the first time. It is Dimi Mitov on international duty. Right then, here we go again. Walsall away. Walsall starting 11. Liam Kinsella in there. Danny Guthrie is a player that those of you that aren't necessarily familiar with lower league football might recognise the name from his time at Newcastle. Danny Guthrie was at Reading as well, I think. I'm going to have to check just for my own curiosity. Danny Guthrie, he was at Reading as well. Was at Newcastle for a little while. Blackburn, Reading, Newcastle, Bolton. Was actually a youngster at Liverpool when he first broke into the scene. Well, he's got some quality about him, and Walsall are a capable side on paper, but they find themselves 21st in the league and threatened with, well, faux or false relegation, because obviously there is no conference on the game. But were there to be the conference on the game, they'd be threatened with relegation. But that doesn't really tend to matter too much when actually playing in-game against the side on FIFA. And again, especially at this level where anyone could be anyone. Andy Dallas could be in here if I could have found the pass with Adebayo. Oh, there was a great opportunity to send us in for a one-on-one with basically the entire half to himself there, Andy Dallas. He would have had the pace to get away. Offside to start the game for Walsall. And really close to giving ourselves a brilliant opportunity to go 1-0 up as well. 8 minutes in. Oh my God, what a pass that was. Or wasn't, for that matter. Intercept that. Well done, Kyle. That was better, wasn't it, mate? Well done. Jack rolls into Davis. Noyle will go again. Look for Adebayo. Oh, more poor passing, unfortunately. Must improve above our standards in the opening 12 minutes here if we're going to get something from this game. If we can perform the same way we did against Oldham, then we will get a positive result here. Corner for Walsall after quarter of an hour. I'd say whipped by Danny Guthrie, but that definitely didn't have any whip to it. That was ballooned by Danny Guthrie into the middle. I'll just lift this, and Dallas could get to this, and will get to this, and we'll look to accelerate away. And this could be a brilliant counter-attack for Cambridge United. Andy Dallas in the box. Wow! That's one of the best recovery tackles I have ever seen in a game of FIFA. Dallas was gone with 3 or 4 yards worth of space, and just as I tried to get a better angle for the shot... Oh, good save, Callum Burton. Just as I tried to work a better angle for the shot... He's come back and tackled... He just threw everything at it. I think you're definitely risking giving away a penalty with that attempted challenge, but how I wasn't able to get far enough away to be able to get the shot off, I'm not sure. Guthrie could whip this into the back of the box. Hasn't done so. Nolan could do the same, but they're taking their time here, Walsall. Hopefully, they'll take too long and we can get it off and go on a counter-attack again. I genuinely can't believe that we haven't gone 1-0 up there through Andy Dallas. I don't know how he's caught me up. Maris looking for Adebayo. His touch lets him down though, and now we're right back in trouble again. Adebayo, McDonald. That's tame. Very tame. Andy was offside. Adebayo. Back to Kinsella. Here's Danny Guthrie again. Norman. Nicely intercepted. Right, counter-attack again. Neither side really has gotten their passing on point so far. Dallas will lift this, looking for Reggie Lamb, who's brought it down well. I've got support. Jack Rolls, Maris, Adebayo, run Andy. Run Andy, you're in. You're on your favoured right foot. And we have a goal. Andy Dallas scores from open play, not the penalty spot for the first time in forever. To be fair, he was injured for 6 weeks, so we'll let him off slightly. I think that's his 4th goal of the league season, and 2 of them have been penalties. It might even be his 5th goal, and 3 of them have been pens. He's definitely scored 2 penalties for me, and 1 in the FA Cup as well. Down the line to Davies. Cuts back well. Red cards somewhere else. But we lead 1-0 at half-time. We're heading into the second half through an Andy Dallas goal in stoppage time for the 2nd game in a row. Let's not see this one fall away from us, shall we? Walsall had a lot of the ball and all of the chances other than our goal. But it's not been... There haven't, in every game we've played so far this season, there haven't been a massive amount of chances from either side. I think the 7 we had against Oldham in that last game is probably the most amount of chances we've had in any game so far this season. Another poor pass. Maris into Rolls. Dallas could go for a 1-2. Has done. Lovely through ball. And he's going to get away from the defender this time and score a second. That's what we need to see more of from Andy Dallas. We haven't truly been able to utilise his pace in any game so far this season other than this one. And if he just had been able to get away in the first half, he might have had that be his hat-trick goal. But that extra acceleration, not the best of finishes, or not the most accurate of finishes, shall we say. Still a very good finish, but not the most accurate in the corner. He's just thumped it as hard as he possibly can into the roof of the net, and it's worked. Brilliant goal from Andy Dallas. His 4th goal of the League 2 season. His 5th goal of the season overall. 3rd from open play. Thrilled to have ourselves a 2-0 lead here. We're going to win in the league again. And we certainly deserve this one. Getting what we deserve at last in a game of football with Cambridge United. How's... Oh, it's really well done. That's really well done. Can we keep them out? No. Walsall are back in it. They've thumped it at the near post the same way we did. And Walsall have a goal back. Do not throw this away, Ches. It's a really well-worked goal. Beautiful back heel. And then makes the run as well. It's a top goal from Walsall. I've made some changes now. I'll quickly show you what the Harvey Nibbs is on. Samir Carruthers and Jones at right back. All for players that are going to be playing in the replay against Oldham, or in the sim against Oldham. And I would rather they had a little bit of a rest so that they're more fit for the game against Carlisle at the end of the month. So, fingers crossed we can get a good sim result against Oldham in the FA Cup 2nd leg. Fingers crossed we can hold on to what we've got here against Walsall. Reggie Lamb is holding on to the ball there, but then the pass is poor again. I know he's under pressure, but come on. That's not that hard a pass to make. Really frustrating how players at this level on FIFA are just so much worse than they are in real life. Like, players at this level in real life are really, really, genuinely, properly good footballers. But it just isn't reflected in FIFA, which is a real shame. Never mind. You've got what you've got, Ches. Work with it. Get your results. Do not concede late on here. Walsall coming forward. Out to Adebayo. Into the middle. Away by Greg Taylor. Not the best of clearances, but there's the final whistle. We do get what we deserve against Walsall, which is a big 3 points. Back-to-back wins in League 2, of course, with that simmed win against Crawley. And we could be shooting up the league. Oh, Walsall had all the chances. I mean, I felt like I was more competitive in that game, or more worthy of a win in that game than I did against Oldham. But apparently, I only had 2 shots and they both went in. It's weird how games feel sometimes, and the stats don't necessarily tend to reflect that. We won, but Walsall closed the gap. It's a good lesson. We shall learn to be better in defence. But, I mean, that was just a well-worked goal. There's not really much you can learn from that. But I had no concern that they were going to score again. I was pretty confident that we were going to get the victory at the end there. Right, Oldham in the next game, which will be simmed. Unfortunately, Meatov is away on international duty, but that's not a problem because he's now not involved in any of my next 3 training regimes. Some good growth from Brown there, some growth from Paul Lewis as well. Maris growing a little bit too. Makeka is saying thank you for playing. I mean, he hasn't played, but he's going to be playing in this next game against Oldham in the replay. A transfer for Greg Taylor. Didn't expect that, to be honest. Never mind. He has been pretty solid, I guess. Impressing. Right. Let's get a victory, please, boys. Oldham at home in the FA Cup. We simmed Crawley at home and got a win. Simming Oldham at home, I hope for the same. Although Diesel Revert has given them a 1-0 lead after 11 minutes. That's not the best of starts. Mullen picks up an injury, but Luke Hannon equalises for us. And we're back in the game. Into the second half, Adebayo, 2 minutes in, gives us a goal to go in front. We might yet be going through in the FA Cup. We might yet be going through in the FA Cup to the second round. And indeed we are. A turnaround at the Abbey Stadium. That's very, very good indeed. Unfortunately, we aren't rocketing up the league in 11th now, but we are only a point outside the playoffs and a point outside 5th. And we're only 4 points off the automatic promotion spots. Of course, 3 automatic promotion spots in League 2 up into League 1 as 4 come down. 4. Right, let's get a win against Carlisle and we could really do wonders for our league position. Paul Mullins out for 3 days, which is fine. He's only involved in rotated football as it is. We can come back to this team. Dimi Mitov is back now as well from his international duty. A match has been rescheduled. I presume that's for the FA Cup. Cambridge versus Plymouth has been rescheduled as well. Haven't had the... Oh, yeah, it's been played on a Friday. Why can't that be played on a Saturday? I've got a game on the Tuesday. That's so frustrating. Never mind. Cracking on. Carlisle away as the third and final game of the episode. Carlisle's team is as follows on screen. Stefan Skugel is a decent central midfielder. Used to play for Sheffield United when they were down in League 1. They have the best goal scoring record in the league, Carlisle, with 28 goals. We have one of the leakiest defences in the league. That doesn't bode well for this, does it? Jones. Side to Taylor. Carruthers. Out to Knowles. Got a number of players in this game that aren't used to first team football at the minute because of stamina issues from having that midweek game against Oldham. Hopefully as we get further into the save, oh good save, we'll have a bigger squad that will be able to deal with a busier fixture list. And in fairness, as we progress up the leagues and into the Premier League, there's at least 8 less league games. That's going to be a foul for handball. There's at least 8 less Premier League games this season than there is in the lower leagues, and you don't have the leasing.com trophy from the Championship upwards, and the FA Cup doesn't start until the 3rd round for you in the top 2 divisions either. So as we get further up the leagues, we should be able to deal with the fixture list much better. Plus, by the time we get up the leagues, players will have better physical stats, whether that be from growth from the players we've got now or just in general. We'll have a better playing staff. Come on, Harvey, as you run. There it is. Harvey Nibbs in the box. Drop the shoulder. Oh, brilliant hold-up play. Finds Sam Carruthers, but he can't hold the man off. I'll show you the players that are playing. It's Harvey Nibbs that's starting up top. Carruthers in the midfield. Harry Darling at the back. Jones at right back. And Knowles on the right-hand side of midfield. Dallas won't last the full 90 for sure up top, and I'll have to take him off for a substitute. But I'm hoping that we can still keep Carlisle out for as long as possible here. Like I mentioned, they have the best goal scoring record in the league, so I don't think a clean sheet is on the cards for us here. To be fair, I don't think a clean sheet has ever been on the cards for us. Have we even kept a clean sheet so far this season in a play game? That was identical to the goal that Northampton scored. Cross from the byline, same defender in Harry Darling trying to clear it, and he headed that to exactly the same place where he did for Northampton to score one of their goals against us. So infuriating. You press the right button at the right time and you get screwed. Thankfully, on this occasion, there just wasn't an AI man there to tuck home. But that felt really familiar. Nice touch by Nibs to get away from the defender. Second touch is even better. We'll draw this defender towards us and then get it out wide here to Knowles. Two of the lowest rated players on the field. Knowles and Nibs. But, oh, Maris can't get a clear shot on goal, but we've got a corner. Whip it in with Maris. And can we win this header? No. Jones rises up well. Don't let it go out. Keep it in play. Andy Dallas around the corner. Oh, Greg Taylor. He's not going to score for, to be fair. He has scored a couple of bangers. But I don't fancy him from there. Nibs, good hold-up play again. Around the corner. Oh, just slow down. The entire time there with Maris, I was holding right to get him to stop running. And he just kept sprinting away from the ball. Oh, getting so close to getting this first goal. Nibs looking for Dallas, but it's a poor pass from me on that occasion. It's going to be 0-0 at half-time unless Alessandra can make us pay for that lucky interception, or lucky deflection. Thankfully, he's then played a terrible pass. The quality of football at this level in FIFA hasn't been that good so far this season, but we're getting some good results, so hopefully that can continue. Nibs will look for Dallas. Oh, he really struggled to get that under control, just bouncing off his legs. Oh, dearie me. This has been a frustrating game to play. Into Maris. Dunk to Maris again. Carruthers. To be fair, it may have been a frustrating first half, but we have kept Carlisle quiet for most of it. Dallas on his left foot. Nowhere near the target, unfortunately. That's one of the only chances on goal of the entire game so far. Good burst past the defender, but yeah, a really terrible shot, unfortunately. Was that my first shot of the game? It was my second, apparently. They've had one. Not many chances in this one for a side that's supposed to be, or is, the best goal-scoring team in the division so far this season. They're not particularly creating much, are they? Jones with a big throw for Carlisle here. Scoogle nods that down. Maris has just enough to work the ball away from the Carlisle man, and we will look to counter. Carruthers out of his feet quickly under pressure from the defender. I was bursting into that space, and no one's closing me down yet, so I'm just going to keep running into it. We'll look for Nibs. And on the far side is Reggie Lamb. And Lamb bursting into the box. He scored from a similar position earlier on this season. Oh, just couldn't sort his feet out quickly enough to turn inside the defender, though. Nice little back heel by Jones into Lee Yun, or from Lee Yun into Jones and then back to him again. And Guy forward for Carlisle. Still waiting for a meaningful chance on goal from Carlisle. To draw a save at a Dimmy. Oh. What's the betting? They do get... Oh, there's the save from Dimmy. No mistake from the rebound, though. Wow. Thumping finish from McCurdy. How Mitov kept the first one out, I'm not sure. That is an outrageous first reaction save. Jesus Christ. Could he have hit that harder? Beautifully on the half volley. And as the defender arches his back around it, the ball goes straight through the middle and into the back of the net. Expert finishing from Harry McCurdy. Brilliant goal from him. I'm going to have to make changes now to try and get us an opportunity to go back on level terms. To make a change in midfield or Jones at left back? I think I won't make any more changes for now. Delev and Smith will be the two changes that we make. McCurdy's 6th goal of the league season. They are scoring well, Carlisle, and they have a 29th for their League 2 campaign. We have a 23rd goal conceded, annoyingly. For the time being, I thought this might be our first clean sheet. Nope. Still not yet clicked properly, offensively, with this team. And defensively, I don't know, it's me not clicking. It's just that just been a leaky defence. It's more me just not being very good and getting some bad luck too. Sam Smith needs to be now. It's not going to be now. Or it might be. Oh, Reggie Lamb's offside. It won't be. It's going to be a 1-0 defeat away from home all the way up at Brunton Park. And Carlisle are going to get themselves another victory and another goal and a clean sheet too. Is the referee actually going to blow his whistle? Ah, that's frustrating. We really could have done with a point there. Brilliant finish from McCurdy, though. Take nothing away from that. Not many chances in the game. Oh, that's frustrating. We could have gotten ourselves into the playoffs with a win in that game. Difficult game. Lacking in confidence? No, not at all. Confidence is solid. We played well, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough on that occasion. And then McCurdy's finish was brilliant. He's a really good player. It's his 6th goal of the season so far. He's obviously having a very good year for Carlisle. I wonder where they are in the league, Carlisle. We are 12th now. A win there, though, would have put us 6th. So we would have been in the playoffs if we'd won that. Carlisle, however, sit in an automatic promotion spot after that victory. So fair play to them for continuing their good goal scoring form and still the best goal scorers in the league. With 23 goals conceded, we have one of the worst defensive records in the league, but not the worst, thankfully. That's Bradford still at the bottom. So then, as we head into the month of November, or is it December? It might be into the month of December, actually. That was the last one we trained, wasn't it? Be the regens we do next. As we head into the month of December, we're still mid-table, but very much in touch with the playoff spots. So I'm hoping that if we can have a strong New Year's period... Oh, shit. George Taft has had his release clause paid by Noorkaping. We're going to be losing our highest rated centre-back in the January transfer window. I could offer him a new deal. I think I'm going to offer him a new deal. I signed a new one earlier on this season, though, I'm sure, George Taft. Yeah. I delegated it and just must not have been paying too much attention when doing all the delegations. What's he valued at? That smarts a little bit. That smarts a lot. We need a centre-back. And we need one sharpish. We need a centre-back in January. Whether that be on loan or permanent, we need a centre-back in January. Now, I did have someone on my shortlist, but I don't think they were within price range. Let me have a quick look. I did have someone. Tucker, Jack Tucker, £1.6 million. He's only 60 rated. But Taft is only 61. And Tucker is 20 years of age. Not going to be able to loan him though. I'm going to need to have your guys' suggestions for a centre-back in January, please. And they'll have to be a loanee, because I will not have the transfer budget to sign anyone permanently. I'll say no to you. We'll say no to you. Say no to you. Oh, he could be potentially half decent. He's only 14. We'll wait and see where you play. 5'8". I hope he's not a centre-back. 5'9". I hope you're not a centre-back either, to be fair. Potential's not that good. I could do with Dominic Wright turning 16, so I can put him into the squad. Elliot Griffiths is now 16, so I can call him up, but he's not very good at the minute. 44 rated, but he's got the potential, so I could really do with him growing. 75 to 91 is that potential, and is he in my... I'm not sure if he's in any of my training regimes, actually. We have just trained, so I can't have a look. That's an awkward end to the episode then. A defeat, and we're going to lose our highest rated centre-back for undervalue. At the time, he wouldn't have been rated, valued even, higher than that £240,000, but since he's grown a bit, his value has gone up. We have a busy month in December as well. Oh, dearie me, that's thrown a spanner in the works. Do let me know in the comment section what I should do at centre-back. Give me some idea, please. I need your help. I'll see you tomorrow.